Now, ENCA's Michael Apple is tracking developments and joins us now live from the area. Michael, you have now seen and smelled the issue there. We're looking at an environmental and health problem on a very, very large scale, and a lot of money is needed to implement those multifaceted solutions. If they do not find the money, what could happen?
Well, that certainly is the question, and the community around this area in Vereeniging Sebokeng and Mfuleni municipality, all the residents are going to be asking questions if the military does not get this funding that is so urgently required to be able to continue the Vaal River operation. What is going to happen? And we did earlier stop off at pump station 10. That is a pump station that is a couple of hundred meters from the Vaal River. Save the Vaal, the NGO that has dedicated several years now to cleaning up and stopping the dumping of raw sewage into the Vaal River by the Mfuleni local municipality. They were saying that the situation has drastically improved since the intervention of the South African National Defence Force. For more on this, I'm joined by the commanding officer of the Vaal River operation, Colonel Andries Mahapa. Colonel, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, sir.
How is the operation going, considering it's now in the public domain that there is going to be a finance constraint?
The operation is going quite well, but however, I'm concerned in terms of the pace. You know, if it was according to me, then we could have been about 40 or 50% in completion in terms of the rehabilitating the pump station and the wastewater treatment plant. So we are getting there quite slowly, which is a bit of a concern to me. But we are making some milestone, I must say.
What was the look of some of these pump stations when you arrived here in late October, November? When the military arrived here, what were you greeted by?
It was a shocking environment, so to say. When we arrived here, one would ask himself, are people allowed to live in a state like this? So it was bad in a sense that we hit the ground running as the military, saw that there must be change, a visible change. And I'm glad to announce that there are noticeable change. Comparing from when we arrived in November till date, there are good milestones that we have achieved so far.
This is a 12-month operation as it stands. Is that going to be sufficient for the moment, Colonel?
If we get the money as in yesterday, definitely within 12 months we'll be in a position to move out here and hand over to Mfuleni operational infrastructure, and that's what I'm gunning for. So I'm hoping that we'll receive the money as quick as possible, so that we can be in a position to carry out what we are mandated to do by our chief.
For clarity's sake, that 873 odd million rand, that's not specifically just for the Defence Force. That is a joint budget, I understand. Can you elaborate on that?
It's a joint budget in a sense that even though this is a military intervention, we have other stakeholders. Department of Water and Sanitation, we have MISA, we have COCTA, we have Sidibeng as a district, and Mfuleni. So all that budget that was presented to Treasury is a joint effort, collaboration, so that when we move out here, we hand the capability or infrastructure that is 100% operational.
And Colonel, in terms of the integration with the community, uniformed soldiers working in these communities, has there been some challenges?
I would say no, in a sense that when we arrived here, we were welcomed with warm hands, and it was good to see that the community looking at the military as the last hope, because I'm of the opinion, I was informed that this is not the first intervention. I think this is the third intervention now. So when they saw members in uniform, they said, thank God something would happen. You know, they have trust in their military. So we are here to ensure that trust and to make sure that we restore the dignity of the people of the Vaal.
The issues of vandalism, stealing cables, stealing fences, stealing gates, stealing pumps, stealing pipes, that opportunistic crime, is it still there?
Unfortunately, it is. However, it's happening at the infrastructure that is not guarded by military. Currently, we are guarding about 12 pump stations and 2 wastewater treatment plant. Since we arrived here, obviously the private security had to move out so that we can occupy space. We cannot share the military security, so to say, and private security. Where we are now securing the infrastructure, it's 100% secured. However, there are opportunistic crimes, like you say, at pump stations where we are not there, but we are going there eventually because we are rolling out, you know. And I'm of the opinion and make an appeal now that people must stop vandalizing because this is their own equipment. You know, it does not make sense that you can destroy your own equipment, you know.
Yeah. Lastly, corporate social responsibility and appeal to the private sector?
We are appealing that there are civil engineers outside there who have the knowledge, who have the machinery to enhance the capability of the SNDF as a social responsibility. Because this is not about SNDF, it's not about the military, it's about the people of the Vaal, the people of South Africa. So if we join hands, we put everything on the deck, then the milestone or the given mandate of 12 months will be shortened. So I'm making an appeal, contact me, let's join hands and resolve this crisis, you know.
Colonel, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Colonel Mahapa, the commanding officer of the Vaal River operation, Masal.